Welcome to week one of the Blackbird Oracle read along here in the summertime. I hope that wherever you are, you're settling down to a fun weekend with family and friends and hot dogs, hamburgers. Go full Proctor on it, baby. Get some people around and have a barbecue. We in these first chapters 1 through 9, get to meet up with, for the very first time, Diana's Proctor family. So the Proctor family has been a giant, channel tunnel kind of loophole in the plots all along. And the longer nobody said, but where are the other Proctors? The more fun it got to think about, how are we going to reveal? How are we going to reveal? So the code name for this book was actually Meet the Proctors, because I just felt like this was going to flesh out what was kind of a very two-sided family situation. We had the Bishops and the de Clermonts. But what about the Proctors? Well, these first 9 chapters are your chance to find out about the Proctors, because Diana, after receiving a startling message via her daughter about it was time to come home, travels home to Ipswich, where she meets up with Gwyneth Proctor, the Proctor house, which is Ravenswood, and also with other members of her extended family. When she does, she discovers that the Proctors have a very different attitude towards magic, as does really all of Ipswich. You'll find out when you visit the Thirsty Goat for the first time. So one of the things that I think readers really gravitate towards is the descriptions not only of Ravenswood, another sort of magical house, but also Gwyneth Proctor's barn, which is her magical workspace, part library, part alchemical laboratory, part harbor and safe harbor for the ghosts in those families. Raise your hand if you're team Granny Dorcas. And it's a really wonderful kind of magical space. And people are always wanting to know, what is my ideal workspace like? So here it is. We're in it. We're in the library part, but there's a crafting part and a cooking part and a tea station and a lovely chaise lounge for taking naps, and my big wide screen compare versions of a book television screen. You might recognize some of the items behind me. I just sat in the center of the bookcase, but every shelf in the bookcase has got mementos and things that are meaningful to me, many of them given to me by fans or that I've sort of gathered up along the way. So for me, inspiration comes in a colorful, vibrant, lofty, barn-like space, which is what I've got here, with lots of little stations for creativity. I'm incredibly fortunate to have this space and to be able to work here, because I can go from baking a tray of brownies to doing a little bit of reverse painting on glass, to a nap, to listening to my music, to pulling books off the shelf, and of course, to the writing itself. And really all of our workspaces, no matter how tiny they are, even it just is your favorite cafe where you can go put your headphones on and journal for a little bit, all of our workspaces, we should really treat them as places where magic is made, because we are all making magic every day of our lives, whether it's baking bread, getting food on the table, going out to meet with girlfriends, whatever it might be. These are all forms of magic. And when you think about chapters 1 through 9, really think about how magic and daily life are intertwined at Ravenswood. It's not just in Gwyneth's barn. One of the things that Diana experiences for the first time is the interweaving of magic and the practices of daily life. So as you go about your daily life, as you think about what you're doing, who you're doing it with, make all of those moments really sacred. Bring some flowers in. I'm always cutting flowers out of the garden or picking them up at Trader Joe's. So Bring some flowers in, collect feathers on your walks, put some cherished mementos out. If you're at a cafe, pull one out of your pocket and put it in front of you on the cafe table. We all make magic every single day. The Proctors have just brought it up to an art form. I'll see you next week for our second installment of the Blackbird Oracle read along. Thanks so much.